gold-plated jewelry for the country of England in the city of London. There are three main problems I found during this research. The first one will be the lack of information this government give us about jewelry. The second will be the short life of the small companies and sporting companies about jewelry. And the third one will be actually kind of related with this one too, about this new tendency about this process, the health environment, this called good processes, called trade fair. In these problems, I found 8 goals, divided in commercial level and technical level. The commercial level has 6 goals. The first one will be the conceptual acceptances of the jewelry itself, the Peruvian jewelry export. The second one will be the capacity of demand that England has about buying and purchasing jewelry. The third one will be the commercialization channels that importers and brokers give us as exporters. The fourth one will be the price. We need to know what kind of price we're dealing with. The fifth one is the strategic of promotion. As you see, there are England has a different culture from us, so they have different strategies. And the sixth one will be the packaging of the jewelry. In the technical level, we found 2 goals. The first one will be the supply chain management of the jewelry itself, and the last one will be the outsourcing workshops that as a company needs about to do the process of the production. In the theory foundation, we find the national history facts about jewelry. The first one will be the increases of exporting of raw materials such as gold and silver between the exporting of the final products of jewelry. You can see, according to Vigo, gold and silver are more, they get to this tendency of growing and exporting, but jewelry not. According to Bromberg as well, given strategy about reliance on our culture and reliance on our capacity to export, we have this empowerment to do it as such as small companies, and we can do it, but we don't have the, as I tell you, the problems. We don't have the information or the capacity. An international history fact, we can see there's another level. So there's an increase of sales of jewelry, although because of the 2008 crisis, economic crisis, there was a low decrease. It still has this growing tendency. Moving on, in the theory foundation, we find these 6 elements to build a company as my project goes. In the commercial level, we find the target markets and the potential markets, as well as the price, the promotion, and the e-branding. In the technical level, we find the supply chain management and the oversight workshops. In organization level, we find this organization types and the organization chart. And the constitution of a business company, we find these types of business, types of companies, the advantages and disadvantages, the causes and the steps. In our international logistic level, we find the Incoterms, the types of load, the permissions, and the logistic operators, everything lied and related to jewelry. And the financial level, we find the cash flow and the finance funds. To talk about more about my project, I'm going to show you this scoreboard chart I did to find the country which I'm going to export. The first one will be the main jewelry buyers worldwide. The first one is United Arab Emirates. The second will be Hong Kong. The third one, Switzerland, and the fourth one, United States. In this chart, we have the main jewelry buyers from Peru, which is the States is the first one, but the third one here is United Kingdom, which is England. According to these taxes of exporting and importing, we can see here that UK, States, Switzerland, Hong Kong doesn't have a percent of taxes, but United Emirates does. That's because we have these agreements, commercial agreements, as we all know, international commercial agreements, that give us this 0%. In the level of per income, we can find here that the first one actually is Switzerland, and the fourth one here is England. In this scoreboard chart, I did a rank from 0 to 5. 0 as being the low one, and 5 as the high top. So I did this, and for example, for the main jewelry buyers and worldwide, and I put 5 in the United Emirates because he's the top one. So I did, with all these points I gave to you, I added all, and find the first one is actually states, but the second one is the UK, my choice. The third one is the hypothesis. In the commercial level, we find that the first hypothesis is the conceptual acceptances of the jewelry itself. That would be the difference between us and the competition. The second hypothesis would be the capacity of demand, and actually would be the niche of the high class of London, woman high class of London. The third hypothesis would be the channel of commercialization will be through brokers and importers. The fourth one with the price that is between 70 euros and 60 euros. The fifth one is the strategy of promotions, and probably will be going to international fairs about jewelry. And the last one is about the packaging, the jewelry itself. And as I said about the environmental strategies, probably will be recycled. In the second level, we find that the supply chain management are probably about suppliers that does this production, but with their hands, artisans. And our sourcing workshops will be around Lima and will be just as a state production. In this fourth point, I'm going to talk to you about my investigation methodology. The first one is design. We're going to make 2 designs, the exploratory phenomenologic and the exploratory ethnographic. According to the population, we're going to research 3 populations. First one will be the exports, which are the exporting companies. Second will be the final buyer. Third one will be the final buyers. And second will be the importers and brokers. As we go with the instrument, we're going to do some personal interviews to these 3 populations. In this last procedure, I'm going to talk to you about these 3 populations, what I'm going to do with this investigation. The first one will be the experts. In the experts, we require at least 10 companies, exporting companies. In these companies, we're going to make an appointment via phone. These interviews will take around 30 minutes with the CEO, and we're going to, after this interview, we're going to file the interview and analyze it later. Then it goes with the consumers. This population, as well as these experts, we need at least 10 importers or brokers. We're going to make interviews with 15 minutes each, and then we're going to analyze them and then file it. And the last one, which are the final users, we're going to pick at least 10 of these participants, and we're going to contact them through the England embassy. Later, these interviews will be filed and then analyzed. Thank you very much. My name is Carol Menacho, and this was my export project, silver jewelry and gold plated jewelry for England, the city of London.